You're going to see the second most dangerous. You want to end with that?
Sorry.
All right, we're going to end up by telling you a story, and Joe's going to join us. Joe, come on out here. Join us for this. And everyone here is going to tell you a story, a biography, actually, and I'm going to be pointing to different people at different times, and they're going to be carrying on that story where the last person left off. So what we need is a name of a person. Make a name up. Gertrude. And what has Gertrude done that is warrant her biography? A what? Not a horror. A nurse that what? Something special. A nurse. Something special about this nurse. A what? She discovered euthanasia. What's the name? Little up. Get up for this one. For all the kids out there. Gertrude, the nurse who discovered euthanasia.
When Gertrude was born in 1904, it looked like this wiry little girl would be nothing more than a wiry big girl. But because of her dreams and
hopes, she knew that someday she would learn how to be a nurse that could help people, and then maybe not help people. She went to
school to try to learn if she had last name. She didn't. And after that crushing disappointment,
she buried her head into books, learning every single day, sometimes drinking, though. Boy,
was that bad? She drank sometimes 4 bottles of
hooch a day. She loved the hooch. Oh, sweet hooch. More hooch.
Until her liver went bad, and she ended up in the hospital during the Great War, the First World War.
There she met a young doctor. He became the love of her
life.
And then she began to dance.
On her bed, and they told her to lie down, so she just got a liver transplant. And her stitches might pop. So she did.
I heard because she had brain worms. She had brain worms. On a Girl Scout camping trip in Toledo, she got brain worms.
Worms. Yes, you heard me. Brain worms. What a case of brain worms she had. My goodness, the doctor
explained. But the good thing is it's stimulating your thought process. You will come up with ideas you've never had before. It's really making fertile
ideas for you to use and help people with. Friendly brain worms.
The kind that cuddle up with you at night. And will rub your back as you fall asleep and tell you how much they love you.
Gertrude went on a quest to Palo Alto, California. There she lived in a commune.
With others. That's why it was a commune. If she'd lived alone, it would have been a single flat with just a cooker and a
guy that made rice. But they all had brain worms together there, and some of them were older rock and roll stars that used those brain worms to great benefit.
And they would sleep on cots covered in topsoil so that the brain worms felt at home. And every night they would
eat chocolate-covered mothballs. And that was the only cure for brain worms, but Gertrude, is that her name?
Yeah.
Gertrude, yeah. She got real sick on chocolate-covered mothballs and threw up.
Twice. The first time didn't really take, but the second time she got rid of everything. Then she had a brainstorm.
She thought, I wish I could die. But how? Gertrude looked around her. Everyone had sunk into a very deep depression from all the brain worms and...
Gertrude said, don't be so depressed. I found out a way to kill you.
Hooray! Hooray! They all yelled. And Uncle Fred threatened to come over and open up a big old can of whoop ass.
As quickly as the war had begun,
Uncle Fred had been down on the farm when they lost Grandma to the pigs.
Grandma was old enough to go, so no one was very sad. Everyone felt
that it was listed in the coroner's report as a suicide. Gertrude needed a change of scenery, so she went to Asia.
Yes, where there were lots of young people. In fact, she went to Formosa, which is formerly called Taiwan. There she found work in a noodle
Factory, working alongside many of the Asian youths. There they would
Make bok choy together and say, "Xie xie, ni hao, mama ki ma."
It was there that she learned how to lace noodles with a very deep and strict chemical known as
Alcohol. Because she still loved the hooch. Oh, God, she loved the hooch. Sweet hooch, take me away.
Away from here. Like a delicious Calgon bat, she thought.
she would kill them all. Because again, everyone had sunk into a deep depression, so she laced the noodles with strychnine and
Peanut butter. Peanut butter hides the taste of strychnine. I don't know if you knew that. But
They did. And when they consumed those noodles, they all perished, but with a happy look on their face, because they knew
they were safe from the pigs. Gertrude, what had she done?
And the moral of this story is,
When you don't have a pig,
But you do play guitar.
you must always mind.
Your P's and Q's.
And always remember, it's hard to meditate on amphetamine.
Happy Kitty! Colin Lockery! Colin... Mr. Benson! Ben Stewart! Jeff Cruise! Bonnie Stiles! And Joe